Hey there, I'm Daisy Whitney reporting for Beat TV at the NATPE LA TV Fest. Talked to Yuri Baranovsky, who is a very well-known web producer. He has helmed shows such as Break a Leg, and he talked to us about a deal that his company did with the brand 7-Eleven to produce a web show for that company and how it went. So Yuri, you just finished up a deal with 7-Eleven to produce a show for 7-Eleven that did well. Tell us about the show.
So it was a road trip show, kind of like an Amazing Race. Two teams starting on the East Coast and the West Coast. I just did that completely opposite. The West Coast and the East Coast, and they traveled to the Indy 500, doing challenges along the way and surviving on 7-Eleven food.
And where did it run?
It ran on its own site, 711roadtrip.com, and Blip TV did the distribution. The whole deal was through Blip TV. So they distributed the content, they created a site for it, and we produced the whole thing. So we were their production company.
And how did this come together? Did this come together through the agency for 7-Eleven, through the brand itself?
It was the agency's idea, and they sent a RFP, a request for proposal, to a bunch of companies, and Blip was one of them. And you know, Blip offered their distribution and offered us as their production company, and we shot a promo and like a pitch video for them, and we got the job.
And how did it perform?
It did really well. It got almost 2 million views in 3 weeks. It was a really big success. 7-Eleven was really happy with it. It's a good show.
And what do you think it says about working with brands on the web? And I guess what tips would you give to other producers, such as other producers like yourself, who might want to do deals like this?
I think that it's really it's definitely happening more. When we did Break a Leg, no one was really sponsoring anything, and when we did Holiday Inn Express, they sponsored us, and it was a big deal because, they didn't really pay us anything, but it was a big deal. Now a lot of people are doing it, and I think people just need to keep that in mind when they're making a show. Like, is it sellable? Can it advertise? Does it work with brands? What kind of show is it? Is it edgy? Go to the edgier brands. Is it safe? Go to the So I think just having that in mind is just a good way to start.
And you have also been doing some international licensing deals. Yeah. Recap very quickly what you've done and how that's working.
Okay, so we just did a Fox Italy deal recently. They acquired Break a Leg to be on the internet and possibly on TV there. They're still translating it, so we're still waiting for them to finish that up. We did a deal with Babblegum like a year ago for phones and things like that in England and in the surrounding areas. And then we're going to talk in Singapore at the end of the month. We're doing a seminar for their producers about how to go into new media. So
Very
that's
cool.
Bizarre and cool, yeah.
Love it. Well, good luck in Singapore. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.